Hi guys, this is Mattias, and the 1st of August there was a rather big update that was rolled out on the test server, so I decided to go out there and check it out. And there was quite a number of new features there that I haven't seen before. Some of them are related to cars. For example, you can now hijack cars and you need a key to start them. It also takes a lot longer to remove spark plugs and I believe also batteries and other parts from the cars. Now these are things that I already knew about. There's been talk about it for quite a while, so I didn't check it out all that much. What I didn't know, however, was that if your network connection drops below a certain acceptable standard, your weapons will be locked. You won't be able to shoot back, and being that the test server is on the North American side of the Atlantic Ocean, this happened to me quite a few times. I guess RIP Asians. What? What? I can't shoot? So yeah, the first time this happened I was unaware of it and it caught me completely off guard. Now obviously this is a great feature. Unfortunately though, there aren't servers in all areas of the world, so a lot of people are going to feel rather wrongfully treated, I believe. Now another new feature is the timer for logging out. Now once you start logging out you can't cancel it as far as I know, so it's not something that can be abused. And the timer is 10 seconds. So now recently, even when I've been on the normal servers, I've had some problems with freeze lags. This has happened both on Just Survive servers and on King of the Kill servers. Now some people have reported that on the test server they get these kinds of freeze lags whenever their memory is being filled up too much. So I was checking it out, but it didn't seem related. Now your memory seems to be filling up very, very quickly, but I seem to be getting these kinds of freeze lags even with less memory usage. So now, as usual, when you play H1Z1, it's kind of standard actually that you meet some interesting people, whether it's a positive experience or a negative experience. Well, that's different from time to time. Now, one of the most common ways for people to interact in H1Z1 has always been to pretend to be friendly, for obvious reasons, of course. Okay.
Okay, it's good, friendly. I told you I'm friendly, oh my fucking god!
This is Battle Royale, no one is friendly.
Battle Royale is a test server, fucking noob. Test server.
Yeah, how do you test Battle Royale if you don't shoot? Yeah, I know. I'm sorry you're fucking stupid, but how do you test Battle Royale without shooting? This is a shooter game. That's why you test it by shooting. You know what I just tested? I tested the guns not firing. That was the last round.
And so it's the only thing to test? Shooting? Okay, nice.
So now here's the funny thing though, when I was on the test server and played a couple of rounds, every match started with around 30 players. So if you want to test something that is not related to the gun game, or if you just don't want to shoot other players, you want to do something else, then that is very easy to do.
Salty.
People say they're friendly in Battle Royale all the time. Oh, sorry, were you also friendly?
Why would you do something like that?
Why would you do something like that?
Why would you kill someone in a test server?
Oh, did you tell me you were friendly? I should have trusted you. Nobody says they're friendly without being friendly.
Fuck, why can't do that? Alright, well played, man.
Good game, man. Have a good one, Peter.
You too.
So So now there was also plenty of changes that has been made to how you handle your inventory. Especially when it comes to looting and shredding stuff, and also some of the previous multitasking has been removed. For example, you cannot heal yourself while crafting, meaning that if you have queued up a number of bandages, like you see here, you can't apply one. That is until you are done. So now, a couple of changes that has been implemented on the test server is related to the toxic gas. Once you get into the toxic gas, you will now see a new bar in your status indicator. Now, the bar is called Toxicity, and whatever level you reach, it will stay there even when you're out of the gas, unless there's something that I missed that can make you lower it. Now, in all honesty, I didn't really test this feature, but I'm assuming that if you reach above 50, you will automatically be redirected to the H1Z1 Reddit page. If you would reach above 90, you'll probably end up on the Planetside 2 forum. Now, the way you counter the gas and the way you heal from the damage taken is the same as always, I believe. Bandages, gauze, and first aid kits. However, the amount of time that you can counter it might have been diminished. And I also believe that this is going to be changed over time, hopefully based on the feedback from the community. Another new feature, or at least I believe so, is that you can now communicate with one another using the chat box to the left. Something that I am very sure is going to be only positive and very, very constructive. Now, parachuting, the way the game starts, has also received some changes. And the big difference is the landing. Once you get close enough to the ground, the parachute automatically flattens out. And you'll be able to do or make a softer landing like this. I'm not sure how much you can actually control this yourself, but for the most part at least I noticed that it happened automatically. I also noticed that I was taking a lot less fall damage, at least from low altitude. From higher altitudes, however, it doesn't seem to have been any changes. Another quite big change is the sound to cars. The engines sound differently and they have added tire screeching. You can also use the car's horn. Now, this screeching sound is different depending on what surface you're driving on, and as the best driver in the H1Z1 community, I felt obligated to test this. There also seems to have been some changes to the airstrikes. One of the things that I noticed was the sound. It just sounds different when the bombs are falling from the planes, and it also seems like the planes are coming from or maybe going to a little bit of a different direction. Now, hopefully when it comes to some of these things that I am a little bit uncertain of, you'll probably be able to find it in the comment section below the video. And also, if you know something that I didn't cover here or that was incorrect, then please share it with the rest of us. Now, there's been a lot of people that have reported better frame rate and better performance on the test server, but I wouldn't draw any conclusion quite yet. As I mentioned earlier, basically every round starts with about 30 people, and that is of course going to have a very positive effect on your performance. On top of that, when a patch is rolled out like this, the servers are probably quite recently reset. Something that we've seen in the past is a massive increase of performance whenever there has been a server wipe on a Just Survive server, for example.
Dude, what the fuck are you doing, man?
Just shooting a little bit.
Oh my god, vad gör du?
Vad gör du? So the last thing that I want to mention is that they seem to have increased the spawns of the AK-47, and as of now it seems like you can basically find the AK-47 just as easily as you will find the AR-15. Now, I don't have any numbers to rely on, but the increase was significant. And on top of that, if you are too close to a wall, for example, there you see there's a little red no sign. It probably has a very different name, actually. But basically what that means is that if you are too close to a wall or some such, you can't shoot. Anyway, that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I want to thank you all for watching. Hello! Stop in the name of the law!